I want to say right off the top that I love the Chicago Bears. Shohei was amazing last night, and I really did go back and forth. Like, do I start with Shohei because what he did was absolutely incredible, and not enough people are talking about it? But NFL is king, and I do love the Bears, and the Bears are in the news. And here's why I love the Bears. Even as a Southern California native and somebody who hosts a nationally syndicated program in California, I love the Bears because I love how they do their stuff. I think it's fantastic. I love the Bears brand. The Bears brand is kicking their fans in the package. That's what their brand is. And that brand is strong and consistent. Let me give you an example. The Bears spent the first part of the offseason allegedly, supposedly, reportedly chasing Russell Wilson, getting their fans all geeked up. And then they don't get him, but they end up with Andy Dalton. This is what I mean by their brand is kicking their fans in the junk. You want to talk about a shot to the fans' collective junk? You're all up here like, Russ. Yeah, couldn't get Russ. Gave it our best shot. Hey, but what we did get was the red rifle. Not only did they get him and sign him, but they told him he was their starter. And he said as much back in March. He said, Dalton, quote, "They told me I was the starter. That was one of the reasons why I wanted to come here," end of quote. So they take a guy coming off a mediocre season with the Cowboys, and they say, "You're our guy. You are the man." And then they run out with their Twitter account, and they post a Photoshop of him in Bears gear with the caption, QB1. Like, not only did they go on record with it, they couldn't wait to get in your face about it. They couldn't wait to tell you it. They were bragging about it. So, of course, they're fans, and their fans are smart. Insufferable at times, but smart. They lost their minds. Understandably so. And they started to hit reply, and they were thumbing out things like, quote, "Holy bleep, delete this now." And delete this right now. This is actually embarrassing. So the Bears couldn't wait to get this to Twitter, and their fans couldn't wait to say, "Man, you're embarrassing the hell out of us. Stop, delete." And then somehow, some way, miracle of all miracles, the Bears stumble into Justin Fields in the draft. So they literally had a way out. They had a hope. They had a chance for their fan base to once again get fired up. They had a way out. And it gets better because Fields comes out in the first exhibition game, and this dude balls the hell out. He officially becomes the most exciting Bears quarterback since Jim McMahon. That is a straight fact. Straight fact. With those two plays, the most electric, exciting Bears quarterback since the punky QB. One problem. These are the Chicago Bears. And that means that Andy Dalton is still the guy. And if you had forgotten that, Andy Dalton is here to remind you that he is still the guy. He was asked about the fans possibly that's funny, right? Possibly preferring Fields over him. I love everything about that. Man, my man is just dunking on the Bears fans who want nothing to do with him and just hanging from the rim. You want to see Justin Fields? You do? That's cool. Just know this. This is my time. You want to see that electric rookie? Yeah, well, you're going to have to see me first. You want to see that kid and what he's got? Yeah, you're going to have to get through me to get to him. Nothing better than a 33-year-old Andy Dalton on his third team in 3 years, posting up and declaring, and I quote, "Right now is my time." That is the best. Like, sit the hell down, kid. You take a seat and you watch the red rifle fire. You watch me do work, son. You're mobile. You got a good arm. You're electric. You're athletic. That's cool. Have you seen anybody throw behind the sticks like this? Let me tell you something, son. The real pros know how to get a 4-yard gain on 3rd and 8. Watch and learn. You think you're going to be QB1? Yeah, well, why don't you go back and check out that Photoshop from the team's official Twitter account that proves it is my job? Then shut your mouth and grab some pine and look, learn, and listen. Listen, I mean, what do you expect Dalton to say? Dalton's not going to sit there and say, yeah, well, the fans really seem to like Fields, so I think I'm just going to step out of the way and give the football to the kid and support him in any way I can. And I'm going to be very happy to be a backup. I mean, that'd be terrible. I just love that he's saying Justin is going to have his time, but it's my time right now. He's going to wait because this is my time. I'm telling you, I have not seen a Bears quarterback. Wait for it, clones. I have not seen a Bears quarterback stick his neck out like that since Mike Glennon reacted. Thank you, Alvy. I haven't seen a Bears quarterback stick his neck out like that since Glennon reacted to the Bears drafting Mitchell Trubisky by saying, and I quote, "This is my team, and that's where my focus is," end quote. That's not just a long neck. That's a brass neck. A brass neck right there. Brass as hell. And it's the best. You see the team draft a quarterback with the second pick overall, and your reaction is, yeah, that's nice. This is my team. And if you didn't understand that, Glennon wanted to hammer that point home later on. Quote, "It was made clear to me about 10 minutes after from a call from Ryan Pace and the next morning again that the 2017 season is my year." End of quote. Reason I bring that up, 2017 was his year, all right? His year to get benched in October. Bench the giraffe. The reason I bring that up, that's exactly what's going to happen to Dalton. Not if, but when. Not if Pace and Nagy want to keep their jobs. And that tweet with Dalton as the QB1 guarantee is going to be the coldest take ever. Listen, I've got nothing against Andy Dalton. I like the Red Rifle. It's not his fault the Bears brought him in and immediately named him QB1. But know this, even he knows it's not his time. He had a time, and honestly, it was a pretty good time. A time where he actually led the Bengals to the postseason 4 times. No, he didn't win a game, but he led the Bengals to the postseason 4 times. He went to the Pro Bowl 3 times as a member of the freaking Bengals. I've got nothing against Dalton other than him telling me it's his time. No, he had a time. Not only did he have a time, he had a pretty good time. No one can take that from him, but that time ended, and that time sure as hell is not now. So, while he and the Bears pretend that it is his time, you Bears fans better hope that they don't somehow ruin Fields in the process, because knowing this crew, there is a better than coin flips chance that that's what's going to happen. It would appear they finally lucked into their quarterback of the future. Finally. Don't jack this up. Again, this is not on Dalton. Dalton did not bring Dalton in. The Bears did. Sort of like that Tim Tebow disaster in Jacksonville was not on Tim Tebow. Tebow didn't bring Tebow in. Herb did. That catastrophe was on Herb. Stop killing Andy. It's not his fault. He's Andy Dalton. QB1 isn't just going to give up being QB1 no matter what you say, no matter what I say, and no matter what every other Bears fan says. And no, don't at me with what do you expect him to say, Rome. I know. It's not his fault he's Andy Dalton. It's not his fault they brought him in. Just know it's not his time.